Is this working? So can anybody tell me, is this working? So hello everybody, here is Chess Hero. We are playing a simultaneous game against National Master Kent Carowin, so he's the Khan player. So let me show you just what happened. I played d4, he played knight f6, c4, e6. So his plan is to play Nimzo Indian. I can play knight c3, knight f3, e3, or bishop g5 for Ragozin defense. And I went for Ragozin, right? Bishop g5. Usually you want to develop knights before bishop, but sometimes some hardcore players, they go for bishop before. And in that situation, in that position, knight on e2 is the best strategy. So I don't need to take right away. Then I need to, if I take with the bishop, then maybe he has some c5. And then advancing is bad, taking is bad, and protecting is the best. So I just developed knight c3. He can't play bishop, pawn b5 because I can just take it right away. So, and he doesn't have any checks and such things. So bishop b4, now I take, which is the best move, I believe. And now I can play knight f3 to control e5 or knight e2. I don't want to play a3 unless he has knight on c6. Then a3 is useful. But now he castled, I play knight e2, he plays h6. So if I play bishop here, he can return bishop. Basically he's saying this is waste of move. Or he can play knight d7, and then I didn't need a3, right? Because nothing is threatening to come here. So I'll keep the pin. Is stream working? Can anybody tell me?
I'll just play.
Okay, stream is working. Let's see. Let's mute this. So, can I see, is anybody watching? How can I see? I'm live, one person, that's me probably. So, I'm not sure what's going on Twitch because my Twitch skills are awful. So, good evening everybody, or morning, depends where are you. I'm in Europe, so it's almost midnight. Let's see. What are his moves? Bishop e7, knight bd7, c5, right? c5. I just castle. He takes. I take with the pawn. And then we get some Isolani pawn structures. Or I can take with knight. So and then play something like queen b3. This rook on d1, this rook on c1, and I have a nice game. So usually the plans are like b6, bishop on b7 with c5. Before or later, I think that he can play now. So b6, castle, bishop b7, right? Queen b3 or c2. If b3, he goes back. And then I play something like rook c1 because he's going to play c5. Or maybe first knight d7, then c5. So we are still in the opening. But usually this is normal position except the knight is on f3. This is a little sideline, but I think it's good for white. If anybody against you plays, if you play Ragozin, so usually you play something like this. He goes here. Oh, sorry. He goes here. You play knight c3. Okay, he can castle. You play bishop g5, e3, bishop d3, small castle. So that's a lot of moves. Lots of moves to castle. So usually they attack right away. So that's very dynamic position. So that's popular, right? He's taking lots of time. He plays against 20 persons. So, but I wanna win this, so I will not play any other games. I played one blitz game while in the opening. So, is stream alright? Is anybody watching? Let's see, how can I follow myself? You are unable to follow. Okay, add your bio and social skills. No, thanks. Where is the creator dashboard? Is that this? Home, no. Channel. How can I see my viewers, my chat, stream chat? Hello. Anybody here? Oh, let's see. Oh, this is going to take forever. Eternity. So, should I place my link here? So, I'm streaming. Come and see my game. Oh, let's remove this T. I'm streaming my game. Come and see. Hello. Oh. I would like to go to see what the moves he plays against the other guys, but I don't want to hear his thoughts on my game. It would be cheating. I don't want to cheat. But we can see, okay, we can see the positions. So he's a d4 player. c4, knight f3, e3. Let's see, he stops b5, so he's a preventive player. Okay, this is normal move. If he takes, probably he would take with the pawn to have his Ragozin bishop. He develops, they develop queen. Queen e2 is interesting because he played a4. If he plays queen c2, he gets attacked. So queen e2 is normal move. So he uses the pin and retakes. So if he retakes with the knight, he's a positional player. If he retakes with the pawn, he's a tactical player, right? Because this pawn gives you e5 and develops your bishop and gives you an opportunity to attack. For example, you take, you remove this knight, you put the queen, and you get the bishop queen diagonal, and then you can attack, something like this. So he didn't play. Okay, let's see another game. Against some strong player. So I think that here is Ragozin opening because the d4 player and the other guy is now called Ragozin. So no. What's the point? You call yourself Ragozin and then you play King's Indian. Grunfeld. Well, let's see. He gives his bishops. He gives his two bishop. I don't like e6. I don't know if it's theory, but you make weaknesses around your king. e6, I don't like it. Because you have two bishops, right? Now after he takes, you need to return your bishop, and I don't understand why he didn't just take. Because if queen take, he has in-betweener. I don't understand. And also this move, I don't understand why. You just go long castle. Or g3, bishop g2, or e3, maybe check, maybe d3, you just develop. Right? There is a move in my game, c5, right? I expected that. So this is the easy move. I just go into the safety. If my bishop comes here, I will have a nice diagonal. I can play on this side of the board, on the queen side. Your bishop ends here, right? And because of this pawn on e6 is a nice pawn to have against this bishop, his bishop can't go out, so he will have to play something like b6, bishop b7, or a6. I will play probably a5 to prevent b5, and then he'll play b6 and bishop b7. Because if sometimes I don't prevent b5, he gets this structure, which is okay for black. He gets space, he gets his bishop, and his only problem is this pinned knight. So do I have analysis board here? He could have played c6. That's interesting move. You just block this, but also you have something. You are threatening check. For example, if I play knight c3, you pick my bishop. So, and you get your Caro-Kann set up. You can play d5 later, and you can play something like Cambridge Springs. So after check and IC3, your knight is unpinned, so you can play a double attack my pieces, and then I need to go to defensive or play c2, but I lose my 2 bishops. So that's the theory. So knight takes is positional move, but it's good one. Pawn takes would be better if my knight was here. So I'm going to take with knight. So I'm going to play a3. He's going back, probably here, probably on e7 to unpin. But maybe even better move is queen b3. So I just develop, I attack. If he takes, I take with the pawn and I get the stroke center, go diagonals, open b file. After b6 I go a5, a4, and if bishop is on b7 he can't take because my queen would take it. So also I have something like knight f4, d5, take, and double attack on the knight. After g5 I'm better, I just take, he takes, I return, and such things. So for example, now my pawn is great. See, where is he's not going? He's going here, and then he wants to go here to make blockade. But after he goes on b6, then my bishop is still great, right? So, and after queen b3, bishop b7, I can even sack. Double sack, check. He goes here. And if my knight was here, I would have check and then take. So probably I'm going here. And after he returns, I will not suck yet. But if I don't, he will play knight b6. And then the bishop will protect e6. So I need to sack if I want to win in the smooth way. Like Maurice Ashley said about Magnus Carlsen, not so smooth. So I want to win smoothly. So let me show you one combination. For example, bishop e7. I take, he take, queen take, check. Right? He goes here. Probably this is not the best move, but you see I go knight f4. So he can play like this because I check, he goes here, I check, and I return bishop. But after knight f4, if he played rook f7, so imagine double sack, check with the queen, he plays rook f7, knight f4, and he uncover his bishop on my queen. So I need to return back, and then I don't have much threat. Then he can play g5, right? Because I don't have check, and I'm losing the piece, the other piece. But his king is weak, but he will have one pawn here for piece, and then he will take another piece, and he will have like four he would be +4 if it weren't, if his king was not weak, because he would have just 2 pawns to protect it, and then I would probably go like something like rook lift or some lateral attack with the queen. So what happened here? Check. Okay. But why not? Why not just take? If he takes with the queen, you take. He take. You get his rook. If he takes, he would take like this, right? But then you just take with the pawn, and then you have many threats. You're on g7, f6, c7, I don't know. He just attack. Wow. I don't know. My move. So, as I said, to sack or not to sack? So what's his next move? His next move would be something like this. I take. He returns. So let's just develop. If I play rook on e, there is option to go d5. If I play rook on c, I need to start playing on queen side. I don't know. If I start playing the queen side, my battery is okay. I can always return, but I would like to attack him. Or should I place one rook? Which rook to place on d? I want to attack. It's not going to be easy, so this would be the main line after 9. So I want to put this rook here. So I'm going after the king. Let's see. Is there any strong game here? So this is the strongest, right? The second. Let's see this one. So what happened here? Okay, our national master is d4 player, positional player. d4, d5, c4, e6. Classical variation, IC3, knight f6, still classical, Carlsbad structure, exchange. This is not the best, but it's playable, but it's positional. Depending if he takes with the pawn or so. The plan is to develop the bishop, knight, small castle, put the rook on b1, go a3, b4, and exchange, and on c6, and to play against c6 backward pawn. That's okay. Let's see if that's going to happen. Okay, but why knight f3 not? Okay, he's going for attack also, and long castle. I like his plan, but I don't like h3. Why h3? If you are afraid of bishop g4, you always have f3 with tempo. So I don't understand h3. You can go h4, h5. h6. Just go on h5 so he can never play g6, right? If he can't play g6, that means he can't remove this knight, because you just take and then exchange and then sack and lots of other things. So let's see what happened. h3, small castle. Why small castle? That's positional. Okay, just play some in Botvinnik style. Go long castle. h3. Okay, this is theory. This is all theory. So you want to go for e4 break. So that's why you need knight on g3. That's typical Ragozin style game, but this is very interesting move. This maneuver on knight on g7 is to play bishop f5 to exchange the good bishop. Black is doing great. So the only plan white has now that is good is go before a4, put the rook back, go b5, and defend here, because this knight, ooh, is great. This is great. This is amazing. So let's see. He didn't play. Why? He's low on time. Okay, he gets 40 seconds for move, so he's a quick bullet player, but still. If he gets under 5 minutes, when he gets under 5 minutes, the position will be extremely complicated, even for him. Do I want to give him space? Should I use that for tempo? I can play a4, knight b6, or queen b6, maybe even queen b6. But this will be battery. Whatever he plays, first knight or queen. Do I want to use this? If he plays something like this, yes, but if he plays this, then he has good knight on c4, so I'll just stop it. So maybe even go a5, right? And then queen, and then queen a2 to protect against the queen, but still having a little bit of bind on b6. Maybe even that pawn would be nice for bishop here. And then his bishop would be bad, very bad. And whenever he plays e5, this bishop sees better days. So no matter if I lose, if I win, this is a structural game for everybody. So basically the plan for black is to go e5, b5, bishop b7, and e5. So, but a rook prevented, queen prevented e5, because practically when I retake, he can take. So rook d1 is it's a nice move. If I had played rook on c1, that would be some longer term move. So on c1 it would be, for example, attractive later. Knight comes on d5, right? But after on d5, he wants to go here, so he can take my bishop. I didn't see that. So after knight d5, I need to go queen a2. No, not queen a2, but because he still has this and then attacking me. Oh, I didn't see that. So unfortunately, I need to take. Maybe I can take. If he takes, then I get my development back. But he will take with the bishop. So after I take, when he takes with the pawn, we get symmetrical position. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe the black is even better now. So but if he takes with the bishop, I have something like knight e4, he goes back, and maybe knight c5. But why would I be afraid of this, right? Why? I just returned my bishop back, so what's the problem? I don't understand. So maybe I should just develop. If I play bishop back, if he plays something like this, then when I take, he needs to take with the pawn. So let's think about it. This bishop is in the way, right? He protected. He's not doing anything now. So maybe the right thing is to return him. Let's return him. So I can always have this threat in one move. The thing is, if he takes, should I take with the pawn, with the queen, or with the knight? This knight is now the stupid piece. For now, for example. If he takes, I can take, and I go on f4, right? And when I take, he takes, even on h5. Bishop g5. c4. So I can have queen g5 and some threat. Queen g3 and some threats. But his bishop is still on good after f4, so checkmate. So what's going on here, right? g3. I'm liking black positions here, so white is not too much better. He's not worse, but for example, this knight is better than this one. This one doesn't have a square, good one. This has two squares, right? So let's see. It's a nice game. Let's see what's going on here. normal game. I don't understand this. Why? You just... Okay, he wants to go on d5, but... And then he takes. So yeah, I forgot. This is normal maneuver, but you want to blockade this. But I don't understand why this, because the end game now you have a weak pawn. It's still okay. You can play something like this and go after the black king, but for example, you want him to take, so you have a great center. But I don't understand why did he take. So with every exchange, black is getting stronger. So my move here. Okay, b5. Did I miss something? Okay, did I miss something? I take, he takes. I take, he takes. Take, he takes. I take, he takes. And I don't know. Something like this. Okay. What to play? Basically, when I take, he's going to take here. I don't understand why. What's what I'm missing? I don't know if I'm going to take with it. Maybe with this, just to have something. I don't know. This would be a fork, so there should be an option here to give him time. I don't know if we are playing. It doesn't matter if it's rated or not rated. If we are ever playing, I don't want him to lose on time. So I could just give him a few minutes and so. So the obvious thing is, if I take, he goes here. That's the obvious thing. But also, for example, I take, he goes here. For example, I return. First he takes. If I return, he gets my knight. If I take with my knight, he takes my rook. So that's a little trick from him. But I don't need to go for that, right? I can also just take. He takes. I play here. He retakes, I don't know, with knight or queen. I play queen d3, threatening mate. He plays g6. And then if I take, he plays this. I return. He takes free knight also. So I don't know, maybe just the best thing. But now he's threatening b4. Is that a problem? Is b4 a problem? I don't know. The thing is, I like to play for initiative. If I take on b5, he gets his initiative back, right? The next move is bishop b7 or a6. So he needs to spend one more tempo, and then after I take, if I play something like this, queen e4, he plays bishop e7, then I take, and then I get a tempo, and then if he plays this, it doesn't matter because my rook is not on f1. So I'll just ignore it. Usually when I'm playing against the stronger players, when I play on tactic and on initiative, I had a few nice wins, because even they can miss tactics. They are stronger positionally, especially this national master, because he's a d4 player and he understands these positions. But when the tactics, when there is tactic, he can also miss it. So now he will need to take with the queen, right? To protect b4. I take. No, I will not give my bishop. I will not give my bishop for his knight. Then in the position is getting open. So see, so many free squares, free diagonals. So if I give him two bishops, it would be a problem. But if I remove it, then he gets this pressure. But it keeps the game going, right? But after I'll exchange, and after I play queen d3, he needs to play something like g6. f5 is too weakening, and then he gets lots of unprotected R squares. Then I just need to play with queen and knight around his king, right? So queen and knight in these squares are monsters. Also, his rook is unprotected, so maybe something like queen f3 and knight f4. Of course, he won't take, he will just play like bishop b7. So let's threat checkmate in one. And now the time is getting faster, so let me see one last time what happened here. I don't understand what knight b4 is doing nothing. Yeah, you threat something like this, but I don't know, it's easily defendable. You just give one tempo for doubling or something like this. But maybe opponent doesn't see. For example, this would be mother of all forks. So if he plays something like this and takes here, then he would be surprised. So let's go on my game. For now, the position is equal, I believe. So after g6, he has this. So he returns and protects it. So this knight is not doing anything. So if I play, he play here, then I go here. attacking queen, attacking double. So this must be a nice move. It's quick one, I played it too quickly, but he's underdeveloped. So he would be fully developed if his bishop would be on b7. And this pawn is weakness. And if I wait, for example, knight f4 and then b7, he would be nicely coordinated. If it weren't this is the problem for him. So let's see. So if I go here, he just gains the tempo, right? But I can go here. Did he see that? I go here, and then he takes my queen. I take his queen and threatening rook. So I go here. What's his option? And if he goes here, I just take, right? And he takes. I take. So maybe, did he see that? Did he miss this? Am I missing anything? I also played this too quickly. I have 13 minutes and my queen is hanging, and I just played d6 like it's nothing. So, and I'm not a genius, so this is... I don't know, overzealous play. Too fast, too quick. So is there anybody on here watching? One person, that would be mean. How can I go stream chat? Stream chat, users in chat. Whoa, it's me here. So obviously I'm very bad on Twitch for streaming. I'm a disaster. I don't have any public. There are so many good chess streamers nowadays. So, and there is lots of them, so it's hard to follow, to break through. So let's see. Now this is undefended. And I need to play somewhere. So this would attack and still defend this one. But it would activate his rook. So activate his knight. So maybe here. Maybe here, so I can go knight here and here. If he ever removes it. And the problem is, if I take this pawn, then the rook is coming with tempo, and then he has some activity. I don't want to do that. Computer would take it and he would be happy, but humans are not so eager to take it. For example, this is my trump in the position. Yeah. So this pawn is great. Maybe the next move is something like this also, to get the 7th rank. Just double on the C, right? So he needs to challenge it right now. Here or here. Rook f8 d8 or rook f8 c8. And then probably d8 is better. So if I take, but his queen is in the bad place because queen is the worst blockader, the worst. So I can play this because he won't give his queen. For so if I play here, where should I play? Here I can't, he just take, right? But my knight would like to be on e5, really. So let's go there. Let's go there. Also, if his knight goes back, I have something like this to threaten mate. Of course, if he goes something like here, I can just sack. And if he plays ever g6, then my knight, it would be nice fork if he gets here. For example, if he takes, it's fork. Yeah, what would you rather have? 2 bishops or rook and the pawn? 2 bishops 90% of the time. Yeah, it depends on the situation. 2 bishops are great, but usually there are some other figures except them. So it depends on position. Does he want to play something like this? No, now he can, but does he want to ever play this? I'm fine with that. So because this pawn will be attacked many times. I don't know, and it's on white square, so light square and this square, and he can't ever attack this pawn. So let's see. Is there any tactic? So he wants to put this bishop here. I just take. He takes. I play this one. Queen d3. He goes g6. So if I'm going to lose this pawn, I need to get this pawn. That's the obvious thing. So how can I improve my position? I don't know. Can I attack this pawn? Something like queen d, rook d4. Now this knight take, and my queen still defends. And then I go something like this, and he goes g6. And still my bishop is working. So let's play this. I can play then rook g4 or even queen d3. He goes back. If he goes back, then my rook is defending it. If he goes g6, I can get the tempo. Like here, he takes, I take, he takes, I take this, g7, I return. Well, lots of combinations. And the simple one is, after this, I can just take this one. And I take, if he takes, I have in betweener on f6. So after bishop d5, rook b4, queen d6, I take on d5, knight takes and attacks my rook, right? So I need to exchange. He plays, and then with rook I can play something like a rook b5, right? So we are getting that position. So now it's getting complicated. I have double times than he. So let's see. I don't know. Okay, I take, he takes, I take. My knight defends my rook. So he needs to take my knight. But I don't want to go for a draw. I'm not happy with the draw. So I can exchange everything, of course. I can exchange everything. But this bishop is strong. What happens if I sack the rook? He needs to take like this, right? And then I play something like this. He takes, attacking. But my queen is not attacked, but this piece is, d1 is attacked. So, and I don't have anything. I can play also this. When he takes, I just take. And then he takes the queen, I again take. So I can always, I still have one tempo, right? I take, he takes. And then I have a nice move. Triple. So I'm threatening, taking. He can't ever take with the knight. He can take with the queen. But if he takes with the pawn, let's see. I think I'm a little bit better, but not winning, of course. Knight takes, knight takes. And then let's see, let's play faster, okay. I can also, there will be rook here. And then I can take, if he takes the knight, my rook would take on d6. If I play this, he has this. That's the problem. So let's play something like this. It's a trap. So how many games does he has? Let's see. How many games? 7. 14 wins, 1 defeat. That's great. Bravo. So, I don't know. Yeah. I gave my pawn. Why did I do that? Okay, let's take. I don't know. So he will take with the pawn. I don't have escape square. That's bad. So I need the Luft. So maybe he wants something like this, but let's play this. I need to play faster. So there's 40 seconds for move, so that's enough. I always forget that it's too much. It's okay. You can't lose on time if you have 40 seconds. If you are one-on-one, you never can lose on time. So let's see. Should I give him? So 3 times. It's defended 2. When I go here, he probably gets here, right? He will not go back. And then I have something like this. And he can't because I would take. So I believe this is Alekhine is the answer. This is called Alekhine. Miko the Great. Wow. What's the point of this move? It's played very fast. So basically, I can play something like this. Or queen f3 to keep the pressure. Or queen d2 to keep the pressure here. I don't want to exchange queen. My queen is doing great, right? I don't know what to play. Maybe even this. To attack like this. If I go here, for example, he goes here to attack. And then I take. And he takes, and then I take again, and knight takes. I give a check, he goes here, I give a check, he goes here. I don't know. I can also play something like this. No. Let's stay on this diagonal. I really want to stay on this diagonal. You need to play g6 if you want to expel me from that diagonal. So he's a pawn up, right? But this is defended. There is no entrance here. Back to the queen. Yeah, he's this pawn up, but this pawn is weak, and it's easier to play for me. This rook is bad, but after he activates it, it will be great. That's the problem. That's the problem. Well, at least if I'm going down, I'm not going without a fight. It's almost 1 a.m. here. So, let's see. He can go here, right? No, he can't. Does he has any trick after I take on b4? Maybe I need to take on b4 to cut the losses. Let's take. He can't attack the both rooks at once. But he can attack this one. The queen is defending rook, so maybe this is the answer. So if I play rook here, he will take, right? And then I can take. But he takes with the rook. If I take back, he gives a check. I go here. The problem is then he takes the rook. I check here, check, and he goes here. And I don't know if that's good for me. I think not. I think I'm losing that variation. I think I can hold this if I play like this, but the problem is I'm not playing for a win anymore. If I go here, he can give check, I go here, and then he can exchange queens, but I'm fine. So also I can play something like this and to go toward the draw, or even this knight, queen d3. I don't know if I play queen d3 and take with the... But then he can go, if I take with the bishop. The problem is this pawn is also weak, right? If I go here, and then here, and then here, I can triple on it. So that's playing for a win, right? But I'm not feeling that's coordinated enough. I didn't see this move. So I need to play faster, right? So my rook is hanging. But I don't see anything after this, right? The safest way for draw is to put but still after queens are exchanged, it's hard for him to play. So let's do this. And to attack. Or even go here. If he goes here, then bishop here to play against f7. So, wow, we have one player watching, Piratius. Welcome. Welcome to the stream, Piratius. 580. Okay. So, let's see. I wanted to play here, but I can always play here and to attack from this side, right? So this gives me a tempo. And where is he going after that move? He needs to go back, right? So if I want to go here, I need to first stop here and then go here. But if I want to go there are few options for me. So my rook. Okay, I don't want him to give me check here. Then my knight would be okay. The problem, if I go here, his knight goes here. But then so let's see. I can already attack this with this move, but then I don't know. If I play this, he can go here, right? Should I play first here? I have a pass pawn, so let's play like this. And then this, and then b5, b4. b5, and then something like this. Okay, no problem, but I will not play this. And then this. So let's attack 3 times, 2 times defended. But the problem is after I exchange, I lose b4. That's the problem. But now I have also like this move. I have f4. Is that good? He gets this square. I have also, I can exchange rooks. I can play this and this, but then he has this move. Do I care? I don't care. Should I exchange rooks? I give him a tempo basically. So this is a draw. I take, he takes, I take, he takes. And this is a draw. Do I want to draw? Or should I play for a win? f4 is something, is for g4. f4. He goes back or he goes on e3. f4, e3. I still can play this, right? But I can also takes. Basically, if I exchange all these pawns and stays rook against knight, he's better. But if I stay rook and bishop against rook and knight, I'm better. The thing is, probably if he stays with rooks and 3 pawns, he will continue to play for a win because he's a high-rated player. And that would be boring. I can play for a win, something like this, and take with this and go here, and he has his king here, protected with the knight. So this is objectively a draw. Here, so. So let's see, what's the cleanest way of drawing? No. Takes. This is the cleanest way of drawing. And let's offer a draw. How do you offer a draw? No. He continues to play. He doesn't want to draw. Let's see. In retrospective, I should just exchange on d5, right? So that would exchange more pieces. Here or here. Here I'm begging for a check. I'm going. That's the problem. I go here, he goes here, attacks this one. I go f3, he goes here. The knights are tricky. But if I go f4, if I go f4, he's king. I don't know. Okay, let's go. And if he goes here, I go here. So he can play this, but it doesn't make a difference, because I can even let him take, because I would play this and then attack. So if I play this, what's he playing? There is a problem. There is a problem if he gives me a check somewhere and here, and then that's the problem. But I can play this and say, whoa, 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 it's attacked. So let's play this. I can play this later. So he prevents. I need to play. Check. Maybe this. Oh. Check, check, check. Where does he go? Let's play check. I need time. I need time. I can also play this. No, I can play this. Or here. He gives a check. I'm losing this pawn. That's the problem. I need to play like this, right? The only good thing is that I can take this with the rook, and he doesn't have this options. But now he wants to play like this. Check. I need to go here, because if I go here, he has some check. So if he goes here, I just put it back. I don't know what's going on. Check. Well, I think this is good, because I'm playing what I wanted. I'm playing bishop against knight, and I will give him this pawn just to take this, and then he's so Does he see this? So he needs to return, no? What I'm missing? Yes, but I protect and go here. Yeah. And then I have 7 minutes and this should be enough. Whoa. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong pawn. Yeah, good defense. Good defense. It's wrong. It's wrong square. This is the draw. Unless... No, I can't. I can't save it. Maybe if I block. But... No, this was a clean draw. I don't know if this is, but... Let's play for a win. Yes. But my king is... well, now... is Zugzwang. So I can take with this and return back, and then my king would be... Yeah, but even now it's with check. And you can resign, my friend. Yeah, it was a good game. Yeah, thank you very much. It was a very good game. Too bad nobody followed me on Twitch. Well, for YouTube, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and see you next time. But for Twitch, we are going to analyze it. Let's see. He had a draw. Basically, he had a draw here. Let's see. Let's see. But he plays, you play this, right? No? And then you just sit on these two squares. It doesn't matter. You just sit. When I take, you go here. And then you sit on this. I think that's it. I think that's his mistake, right? Is anybody watching on Twitch? One person, that would be me. Yeah. It was a very good game. So I'm going to stop streaming. No, I will not. I will continue to play game. GG. Let's play GG all. Let's say... Let's see what does my good friend Stockfish has to say. Wow. Even here I'm winning. Then I messed up something, no? It's win. What about this? Oh, I don't give him. So I just wait, right? No? I put him in Zugzwang. I don't take because I give him G7. I put him in Zugzwang, right? He goes, I play here and it's GG, so he goes. I also put him in Zugzwang. And then I go here and it's Winhouse. So it doesn't matter. It was a very good game. See? This is a very good game. Like on move 50, until move 50 it was a tough game. And then what did he miss? Yes, he missed this, that I can go here. So he just returns, right? You just don't give me entrance, and I can't do anything. This is the main pawn, it's defended. This is defended, this is defended. I can't ever, I just can't come into his place. So this is a draw, but he wanted to win, so also so. And when I offered him a draw, it was a draw, right? It was a clean draw, yeah. In many situations. So I play this and offer a draw. Let's see what's going on when I play this. So clean draw, right? But probably he would play this position. So thank you very much. I'm going to update this on YouTube and end the stream, and see you next time. Bye bye.